trying to see how much of a delay there is. Okay. That's not that bad. Okay, cool. We are back. We are back. The nice thing, too... That's funny, when I go to Twitch, it always goes to SNA Charles. Shit. Go. Cool. Black Star. This hold on. Got a little sapphire up in it. It has nothing to do with my ring, but it did feel appropriate to talk about the mechanic, considering it is my first stream back from a wedding absence. So, slightly related, you might say. Will Snatch Charles is dead. Long live Snatch Charles. Yeah. Well, so Pokey's not here, which never happens. But I like accidentally leaked that rings were going to be on stream a couple months ago, and I think he was the only one that caught it, and he's been giving me shit about it for months now. So I figure it's time we just talk about it. Wait for it to fill up a little bit in here. It does. It may not. Who knows? He's gonna pull up at he's gonna pull up at 4 and be like, "Fuck, why'd you start early?" So wrong sheet. So many sheets. So many sheets I have. I'm still not all of them are designed, so I'm still designing. I think I need to change the gate a little bit on my... Okay. I think I was cutting out a little bit, but it looks like it's better now. Will, how is the audio? Is it in an okay place? That is the question. It might be. It might be. Okay. I don't know why my mic just seems like it's quiet. Oh. I know why. Hold on. Okay. Am I a little louder now? Is that better? Let me make sure that works. Yeah. It was using my it was using my webcam mic. Jade, what's good? How's everyone doing? I feel like I haven't seen the stream regulars in too long. Much too long. I am sort of wondering, can I change this chat box? I'll just make it a little bigger. Yeah, so rings. Sorry, I'm doing all this tech stuff. I was trying to stream to the Dark Deity YouTube as well, actually, and turn it into a VOD. I think I'm still kind of quiet, actually, but I was going to stream to the YouTube and try to turn it into a VOD, but you have to like enable it for live streaming, you know, X amount of time in advance. So not on the YouTube today. Not that I think there's really going to be anyone that's going to like watch us on YouTube that wouldn't watch us on Twitch, but Worth a shot, as they say. How are people feeling about the Zuhair reveal? That's the real question. Yeah, he's definitely he's one of my personal favorites, but I like all of the adepts a lot. Aiden gets to talk about something that he's directly involved in. By the way, Crowned Eclipse, welcome to the stream. I don't know if you've dropped by before, but glad you are excited for Zuhair. He's I would say one of the stronger characters in gameplay right now. Will can either confirm or deny that. Will, how has Zuhair been in your Twisted Destiny playthroughs? Which, speaking of, I do have Twisted Destiny back up and running, and I will have a build in the next few days. I'm waiting for some head swaps. Yeah, Jade, that's totally fair. That's gonna hold him back. Well, welcome, Crowned Eclipse. I just usually just talk about different aspects of development. Talk about sometimes features we haven't talked about, mechanics. My experience actually developing it. If you aren't familiar with me, I do almost all of the game design, all the programming, and manage all of the artists and everything. So, game director is the title. So I'm in every piece of development in some capacity. So we talk about it all. See, Will, haven't played it very much with him, but he's all right. Not sure if his ability has been implemented. That is a good point. Let me look. It has. It has. Now, is it working? It has been implemented, but is it working? That's the question, unfortunately. Okay. So, right, rings. I guess sort of people are starting to come into the stream, considering that my actual start time has happened now. I'm going to give it a few minutes before I start diving into it, so I don't have to re-explain it a bunch of times throughout the stream. Although, let's be real, I'm going to anyway. Jade Monument. I do wonder how long his passive will remain impactful as HP. Yeah, so HP does not get even remotely as high. I don't know if how much I've talked about this, but in Dark Deity 1, your HP goes up by 1 guaranteed, and then it can go up by 2, and HP aptitudes are pretty high. You do not get a guaranteed point in Dark Deity 2. So, HP values are way lower across the board. You're not gonna see you're not gonna have a Gwyn with 120 health going into endgame, unless you've done something extremely foul with all of the different mechanics that I didn't plan for. But I don't. It shouldn't be possible. I know. RIP 130 HP Benji. He will be missed. I love me some Benji. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm like seeing the cats behind me, and it's freaking me out because I forget that the camera is like flipped around. Anyway, the question is, what were everyone's favorite aspects in Dark Deity 1? Because the ring system is actually basically the evolution of the aspect system. Benji has 32,000 HP in Dark Deity 2. You heard it here first. He's a raid boss at the end of the game. But yeah, rings are the replacement for the aspect system. Like unusually long lull in between songs. All he eats are Guga steaks. I mean, if he's been eating a Guga steak every day... Hold on. Let me get the calculator out. If Benji ate a Guga steak once a day since the end of Dark Deity 1, he would have 45,000 health. That's pretty swole. I'm just saying. He's been getting game. Odin, what do you... God, this cat is gonna be the death of me. You have to do Benji's secret corn mechanics to get through the fight without dying. That should have been a side mission. That would have been genius. Like the aspect that would equalize your damage and crit. What was it? Was it Darmina's Kiss? Hold on. Are the aspects on the wiki? Tell me they are. I can pull up another document, but I kind of don't want to. No shot. Wait, that's so sick. Okay, I wanna say that was Darmina's Kiss, but okay, yeah, 50% of crit and power are swapped. I still geek out about the fact that I can just like Google stuff from my own game when I forget about it. I think that's really cool. That's like that makes me happy. Let's see, Malice. Okay, so we're gonna go through these because I'm actively adding effects to what is essentially the replacement for the aspect system as we go. So maybe I should be taking some of these and repeating them because they were fun. Yeah, Aiden, I have to Google shit from the first game all the time. So and I made the damn thing. So no surprise you have to also. Let's see. I'm just trying to think. I feel like, what was I thinking with Darmina's Kiss? Because crit's not like a... Crit scaled from 0 to 100 and power is a flat, like... You know what? Whatever. Maybe I will think about keeping it, but I think that would unbalance pretty hard. Yeah. That's what we're sort of trying to lean towards. Let's see if I just like read a couple. They're also not quite as powerful for the most part. Okay, so like the karmic ring is one of the rings, and it stores 25% of the damage that you receive and adds it to your next attack after it. That one's fun. The siphon ring. People are gonna hate. Nosferatu haters are gonna be really upset about this, but the siphon ring gain 25% lifesteal on every 4th attack. Let's see. I like the scaling damage one because I had a funny Arima who was focused on it. Yeah, with every kill, right? So, what were some of the more fun ones? Let me go through what Black Star. Malice is Suffering. Oh my god, they're even in alphabetical order. Oh, yeah, okay. We do have some, like, swap survivability for more power ones. They don't work quite that way. Crit, there's kind of a different relationship with crit in Dark Deity 2. It was so overpowered in the first game. Odin, you're gonna kill me, buddy. Can you stop? Come here. Okay, you can't see him, but he's attacking a wire back there brutally. Okay, Black Star, Inoleths. The defense and strength are swapped. Those are fun. I try not to have, like, only those. I will say, how many of these are there? There are more rings than there were aspects, and you get them in a very different way. Crit and dodge, yeah, they are busted as hell. Even after the rework. That's kind of how it goes in these games, and I let, like, you were able to get to a really reliable crit level way too easily. Yeah, Black Star, that's generally one of my goals. All Tombs was, yeah. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna keep. Yeah. We're actually, I'm gonna keep the effect from all tombs because I thought that was fun. Although it's not strength anymore. Although, yeah, I need to probably lower. Well, no, that's, we'll put it at 25%. The stats scale differently in Dark Deity too, so I gotta keep that in mind. Yeah. You know what? I really should stay away from the extremely simple ones. The Hurricane Ring gives you +1 movement. I actually, so here's my take. I don't really mind if some of the rings are more powerful than the others. So, okay, here's an important note. Characters can have 2 rings equipped. So, generally their power needs to be a lot lower than an aspect was in the first game. And yeah, that's the dream. You have some thinking to do. I'm just looking at your list. Altoons, Almedessa's. What was Almedessa's? Was she's the okay? Yeah, when you have no adjacent allies. I do have a couple that are like that. Yeah, that's a good point, Aiden. Like Vosh's aspect on Monroe just being inherently busted. It's a fun power dynamic when you can go, well, this unit is already ridiculously strong. They don't need a god tier aspect, so I can give it to someone who needs it more. Yeah, it creates a little push and pull. It does. But you don't get the rings from the story anymore. You actually you craft them. So this is something, I don't even know if I've talked about this with the weapon upgrades, but we're gonna just get into it today because fuck it, we ball. How you upgrade your units comes down to crafting materials in this game rather than just straight up gold all the time or like the weapon tokens. So you have like different metals and cloths, like just different materials you might see in another game that are pretty typical that are used to upgrade the different types of. So if you want to upgrade power for a unit, you for their weapon, you need more iron or more metal resources than the other resources, and sort of what that allows us to do is create a more interesting value proposition because in the first game you just get the tokens, and then if you want, everyone can have crit weapons, right? When you have these crafting materials that you're getting from the levels, from, you know, side objectives, from opening chests and stuff, you can't just like slap the same upgrade on everyone. You have to sort of consider how you're going to be distributing the resources across your units. So there's more of a decision-making push there. Oh my god, Odin's driving me crazy. I'm sorry. Let's see what Jade is saying. A lot of the aspects felt really fiddly or like very minor tweaks, and then some were just more of a good thing or really strong. I think as long as most of the rings hit the feel and flavor of this would be a cool thing in a certain situation / on a certain build, I'll be very happy to play around with them. That is extremely insightful. Thank you. You know we're so back when Jade's in chat posting articles and single messages. Let's fucking go. We are so back. God, this year has been a lot. Yeah, very in a good way across the board, but without like having to plan a wedding, I feel like I can kind of dive back into being present for y'all and, you know, building up these streams again and actually talking about the game, because I was so like tired mentally. I didn't want to just be like constantly leaking information, because I'm not doing a good job you know, considering what needs to be revealed and what doesn't. Crowned Eclipse, how do we get crafting materials through story? Yeah, so you get them, they drop off of enemies when you kill them. You can get them in chests. You can get them from a mechanic called Region Loyalty, which I haven't talked about and probably won't go into more detail today. You can get them through certain story elements, yeah. I've talked a lot about Zaminian, thank you for the follow. Sorry if I butchered your name. Fun fact, I had forgotten to put the alert box back on my Streamlabs. So that was you're the first one to get the Dwayne dancing gift for the follow in a very, very long time. Let's just see. I'm gonna summon some numbers here. Yeah, I've missed that. Awesome, Zamini. Well, yeah, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We're just talking about a couple of the Dark Deity 2 mechanics that are different from the first game. Some stuff I have not talked about before. I probably need to put out like a official update for it at some point, but let's see, Black Star. I think what's important is that the player just feels good when using something. It's nice to have visible feedback for what you're using. It's funny, Dylan and I were talking about this last night because we were talking about one of the mechanics that's been sort of in flux. And it was a cool mechanic, but it was something that there's like literally never a palpable way to know if it made a difference or not, right? And so it's dissatisfying for Odin. Ew, God, he's just eating plastic. Oh, kitty stream. No, not Mastery Black Star. Mastery is quite palpable. It's something that won't be in the game, so I won't talk about it. Actually, you know what? I will talk about it. Fuck it. Since it won't be in the game. Gato. He runs. Let me just catch up on chat here. Jade, yeah, the situational 15% damage reduction is interesting, because even if it's strong, it can sometimes feel less good than an ability. But yeah, because you're not like actively seeing it. You know what? That's a good idea, actually, Jade. I might... Let me make a note of that on my to-do list, because I might actually do that. You know what I'll do is I'm going to open a notepad. Okay. I might work on that today. So what we were talking about was potentially, which again we're not doing, but potentially implementing a system where you can spend gold to increase aptitudes across your whole army. So it'd be pretty expensive and it'd be like 1% at a time, so relatively minuscule changes. But you could, you know, get 5% more speed for your whole army. And yeah, like they might end up faster over the course of the game, but you'd never actually know which of those level ups, you know, was like influenced by that. So among many other reasons, that's something we scrapped. Video Gamer, what's good? Welcome, welcome. I gotta make sure. Oh my god, Odin! Oh, this cat. Army-wide stat boosts that cost money, like for the main campaign or the roguelike mode. It was for, we were talking about it for the main campaign. A lot of the stuff that's in the main campaign is going to be accessible in the roguelike mode. Yeah. Yeah, the gold economy is... That's a whole beast, and we're like actively considering at all times what we're doing about that. Because of the way crafting works, money is more important in this game than it was in Dark Deity 1, because you need to get certain materials if you want like a particular upgrade, right? So like the value proposition of, okay, I'm gonna sell 4 wood so that I can buy, you know, like 3 of this and upgrade someone else. Yeah, it was a pretty easy like, oh, we should not do that. I think it's a cool concept. It was more of a like, God, it was more of a like, what if we did this, and then immediately like, oh, that's kind of stupid actually. But cool concept. For roguelike mode, you can tend to get away with giving super strong boosts like that. Yeah, there's we have some separate. Will knows about this. There are separate things in the roguelike mode. Is there a recommended difficulty for the roguelike mode? So, frankly, it's still pretty early. That mode is still pretty early in development, and I'm still adding things. Not actively, because I'm working on rings right now, which affects both. But I don't know if it's going to have a difficulty or not. I think it will, and I think it will have the same 3 difficulties, and then you'll just sort of have to choose on your own. You know, it'll be more difficult, but you'll get more. Actually, what am I talking about? There's a variable difficulty. I'm sorry, the difficulty system is very different from the difficulties for the main campaign. It's just been so long since I've touched it. Yeah, it's Ascension. Well, we're gonna do. If you've played Hades, it's gonna be similar to Heat. If you've played Slay the Spire, similar to Ascension. Covenant levels in Monster Train. Yeah. So it'll be different. I actually I need to get back into developing that. I've had a lot of other things on the plate, and that is sort of a side mode. It's not the main event. Tell me this is not the cutest cat in the whole world. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, buddy. You gotta stop. Oh my god, he's falling. Okay. Go on, get. 1 sec. Okay, alright. He can hang out in the room if he's gonna be up on the cat tree. He keeps just like flying around the place. Let's see. Reminds me, let me know when there's playtesting stuff I can poke my nose into. Yeah, I know. It'll be in the next few days, probably. I spent some time fixing Twisted Destiny today. For everyone, so Twisted Destiny has had working builds for forever. Twisted Destiny is the roguelike mode. And when we finally got the UI for like selecting your units and moving them around on the map, I sort of redesigned some things, and it like broke Twisted Destiny because obviously it doesn't use the same mechanisms to decide which characters you have access to. And I just like have not had time to fix it, but I finally fixed that, and will in the next few days be bringing testing back to Twisted Destiny. If nothing else, for my own sanity, because I enjoy playing it, and like sometimes I'll, at least when it was working, sometimes I just like boot it up and play a level just because I think it's fun. Eclipse, I'm actually so happy you're doing a roguelike mode. I've been playing a lot of them recently. Yeah, I wasn't big into it a couple years ago. And then when Hades came out specifically, or when I played Hades rather, a couple years ago, it was like, okay, these are phenomenal. I'm into it. And now I play too many of them probably. Yeah, I have played Slay the Spire. If only Dylan were here, because Dylan loves Slay the Spire. I'm not quite as big into it. Yeah, I know. I Hades 2 is I cannot wait. I don't. Okay, maybe this is just like me being dumb, but I don't really get the Slay the Spire love that much. It's actually one of my least favorite roguelikes that I've played. Although I just don't like deck building games all that much, so I think that's why. Obviously, you know, you're into Magic. Of course, you're into deck building, so that would do it. Yeah. Oh, I know there's so much there. Although I will say, I really like Monster Train, which is also deck building. What else was I playing? I picked up Hadean Tactics on Steam on a whim and played it for like an hour and a half and haven't gone back to it, but that was fun. That was like a blatant clone crossover of like Slay the Spire and TFT. Gordian Quest is a good. That sounds like a meme. Hold on, Gordian Quest. Gordon Ramsayan Quest. Let's see. Inspired by Ultima and D&D. I'm interested. Looks sick. Okay, I will check that out at some point. Yeah. Only bad part of Slay the Spire is when you reach level 3 and you see you're facing Time Lord. That's how I feel about God in Monster Train. There is there's a boss with like stealth, and I never check if I'm facing it, and then like build something that you just can't kill stealth for the life of me, and then you just lose to it guaranteed if you don't have like a decent team. Mystery dungeon types where the meta is hoarding items for the right situations. I love Mystery Dungeon. God, I played the shit out of Mystery Dungeon when I was a kid. I did. Do I have any swapping rings? Because I feel like those are fun. Okay. I am going to keep the defense and might swap. Crown Eclipse. That's a good question. What made me switch from aspects to rings? So, God, someone just sent a picture of me in one of my friend group Discords on the stream and says, when the teacher catches you cheating on Zoom. I look like an old man! So, the reason we're switching from aspects to rings is, one, the story justification, in that, like, aspects really shouldn't just be, like, running around with these extremely powerful artifacts, and it's, like, massively irresponsible for the organization to, like, say, yeah, okay, just take this and use it. Like, you've got Alden running around with, like, a world-altering artifact when he's 14 years old. It's just kind of silly. So partially was that, you know, we at one point talked about doing necklaces or talismans that were going to just straight up like be aspects, but like you know, forge them with the power from an aspect. A world altering artifact and a bunch of beans. Thank you very much. That's literally the Alden experience. What is the mean age of human characters in the game? That's a great question. Hold on. Let me think about this. So, get the young out of the way. She's 23. She's like 26. Alden is how old? It's been 25 years. Alden is 39. Let's see. Human characters. So it actually leans older than you might think. How old is she? She is, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm just gonna throw it in there. There's kind of not that many human characters in the game, is the thing. There's really not that many humans. That might be most of them. So, let's see. Can I copy paste this into a calculator? That would be so convenient. Invalid input. Yeah, fuck me, right? Okay. Let's see. 38, 56, 79. I'm gonna cry because I'm stupid. 102, 128. Just call it. We're just gonna go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The average age is like 27 of a character, of a human character. It would be a lot higher if you include the elves, or the characters that are not elves and are also not human. God, I need a soundboard like they have on Discord so I can play a sound effect after I say something that's intentionally a debate. Oh, Video Gamer, I missed this. So, one-way heroics, which is like mystery dungeon, but instead of exploring a dungeon, you're exploring an RPG overworld instead, and it has auto-scrolling that can kill you. Huh. I've been liking recently games that their like thing is that they just completely turn a genre on its head. Like instead of like Overlord, or instead of slaying stuff in the dungeon, you like manage the dungeon. There's a game that's very popular that does that, and I'm forgetting what it's called, but like that one mission in Shivering Isles, where you reconstruct the like gateway room and decide how you want to kill all the adventurers. That one was fun. So let's see. I haven't looked at the aspects from Dark Deity 1 in a very long time. Some of these, it's like, what was I thinking? Pelagial's Flash, I thought was always fun. I might actually steal that effect again. It was a very cheeky thing of me to do, to make Sarathel, the goddess that Sarah is named after, have that aspect have the exact same effect as her personal ability. I was kind of trolling doing that. I don't know why. Her personal ability sucks doo-doo. I disagree. I disagree. Isn't it? Oh wait, no. Oh, okay. Hers increases accuracy, not damage, right? Massive Voter V wants to a promotion of my channel. Oh my goodness. I feel like you know what would have made her ability a lot better? This is our moment. My stream can shine finally. It would have been a lot better if it was a flat value added. And that's what I should do if I don't know, I don't think I have that effect. Let's see if I do. I feel like I don't. I don't think I do. Someone might have it as a passive though. Take these off while I'm looking at character names. These are not reading glasses. They are blue light glasses. Yeah, I don't think anyone has. Yeah. There are abilities that do that, though. There are abilities that do that. Keeping the mark on the enemy until they get hit. Oh, does it? Oh, okay. I didn't know it was like that. Oh, because it's a one-turn thing. Dogehype.com sure is a very real and legitimate business name. Yeah. It must be, right? It must be. Let's see. Kind of look like Clark Kent with my glasses on. That's very kind of you, video gamer. Don't gas me up like that. So when Sarah counters on enemy phase, she can't. Oh, that's a good point. Will's always out here tempering my bad design. I mentioned something to him, and he's like, "Yeah, but that's bad for this reason," and I'm like, "Oh my god, you're right," and I'm fucking stupid. And I love you for it, Will. B-Train! You just announced your second game recently, didn't you? Hold on. Grey Heritage. The new one. No, Faded Vision's the first one. Hold on. Oh, does it not have a Steam page yet? Noble Duty, thank you. I was in your new releases tab, and I'm like, why the fuck is it not here? I had to go to upcoming, my bad. Why? I log into Twitch, and then I can't send it. Hold on. Let me switch over. I'm pretty sure I have my Twitch open somewhere. So what I just linked is B-Train's game. Give that shit a wish list. I still have not played the first one, but I need to actually. Hold on. I'll open Steam and buy it later. But that's another Fire Emblem fan turned game developer. So let's see. Get my rings back up. Of course I knew about it. I don't know where I saw it, so I shouldn't say of course I knew about it, but oh, Odin, you are so cute. He tuckered himself out running around, and now my cat is just chilling. It's kind of what they do. I want to say I saw it on Twitter, but don't quote me on that. It's true. It's very true. It is very true indeed. Very nice. And also, if you haven't wishlisted Dark Deity 2, do that as well, because it does genuinely help. What I gotta do... no, that's okay. That is okay. Jade, you know, I'm looking at Samar and Shade, and I don't recall if things like that have been talked about before, but abilities like that in these types of games always feel like they're in a weird spot. I don't know how you'd fix them to make them feel good while not being busted strong. Shade is the one that makes you not be targeted as much. Yeah, very, very intentionally not putting that into this game, because it's either like you have to guarantee that they're not going to attack, unless they absolutely have to, and then it's busted. I should showcase some Zuhair lines once Ring Talk is done. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let me... They're coming off real quick. Oh, you know what? I don't even have them in... They're in. It's just sitting in my downloads. You know what I could do is I can go to. I was very close to saying out loud what chapter Zuhair joins in, and I feel like that would have been a pretty bad idea. Would have been pretty standard for me if we're being real, but. Like, maybe if it had X% chance of giving you a buff at the start of each round, then guaranteed enemies couldn't target you. Oh, I like that. That's actually that's like a good middle ground. That's interesting. See, that's what, the thing that I really like about the rings, and you know, this is like, it's a simple change with really significant It's a simple change with very significant implications for the like balance and how everything sort of meshes together. The fact that units can equip 2 rings means that there's a whole like new level of the different rings interacting with each other, and it's not just a question of like, oh, what's the best aspect in and of itself. You sort of think like, oh, what are some good combinations of rings for this build or that build? There's just a lot more depth to the RPG side of it. Especially with how weapon upgrades work. Let's see. I actually think one of my favorite lines in the whole game, is that, you know what? No, that's too. It's giving away too much. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to debate like that. I shouldn't actually read that. You know what? No. There's something that Gwyn says about Zuhair, Aiden, in the scene that they meet him, that I think is arguably the funniest line in the whole game. At the moment, at least. I think it's so good. Let's see. Let me get to some Zuhair lines that aren't specifically about how they Here we go. Here is immense spoilers ahead, guys, but I'm gonna put it in the chat anyway. Here we go. The only one you get. There's your line. Will, I'm about to equip the plus 10% power and the plus 10% power ring. They are single craft. You can't have more than one of the same ring. We did talk about that, actually. At one point, you were going to be able to craft the same ring as much as you wanted. Um, but they are single craft. Yeah, it just like massively. It You think I can send that line? That's true. That's true. I'll just say it. Basically, in the scene where Zuhair is met, he's sort of shooting the shit with Reardon, and Gwyn, who's much more serious, tells Reardon, I don't have the quote up anymore, but she basically says like, okay, you can keep him. like he's a pet, because they're kind of being goofy together. It doesn't hit out of context, but now I'm sad that I revealed it. This is kind of how it goes. That's okay. Let's see. Man, it is coming up. It's almost 5 already. Crazy, crazy. Post-leak clarity. Oh, the story of my fucking life. Story of my life. Sad. Sad. Okay. I need to start actually, like, coding these effects in. I'm actually really excited. So, the ring system has been around for quite some time now, and, like, the crafting system's been there, but I haven't put any of the effects in, which is what I'm going to be doing over the next, like, couple days. Probably won't take me that long outside of a couple, like, difficult ones. And, like, this sort of customization of your units is, like, easily the most fun part of these games for me. So I'm really excited to play the campaign with the rings, considering I haven't yet. Excuse me. I do need to figure out, you know, since I actually don't know how we're doing weapon upgrades in Twisted Destiny, I should probably I should probably figure that out. Excuse me. Yikes. Yikes. The thing with the rings, too, is that they're going to be, like, very accessible from pretty early in the game. So, there is a lot of potential for what you want to do. Like, you can do just about anything from the rip. Let's see. Aiden. Alright, my raid will get called early today if you go past the top of the hour, Chip. Oh. I would never. You think I would ever stream past exactly 5 o'clock? Could not be me. Oh, you needed to end early, though. You're dipping out for a weekend trip. I will do this thing for you then, potentially. Probably not, actually. Let's be real. But this is my first stream in, like, what, a month? More than that. More than a month. Month and a half. So, we're back at it. I know, Will, I'm, like, I have other things that I'm supposed to do first. By my own, like, my deciding what I want to, like, prioritize. But I fucking miss playing Twisted Destiny, so we'll see. I might have to do that. You know what I'm actually going to do right now? Because I'm not getting anything done. Is I'm going to retile some of the Twisted Destiny maps with my new tile sets. Oh, by the way, I actually don't know if we mentioned this, but it's kind of extremely relevant. The maps that you saw in the reveal trailer, the tile sets, are all gone. We completely restarted from the ground up with the tile sets, and they look way better now. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. See, I know I've missed streaming. I like talking with y'all. This gives me like a really good place to sort of talk my ideas out loud. The menu gain functionality is something that can happen whenever, but tweaking the TD format is a process. That's true. That's true. The thing is, I'm like, I kind of finished. I mean, it's not done, but the base is in a place where you can do everything you need to do now. Minus what we talked about earlier today, Will. I haven't put that in yet. But M, who's our UI artist, and also tileset artist, should be finishing the save and load UI tomorrow. So I'll be spending some time putting that in, which I'm actually excited for. You would be really surprised how much it affects like testing to not have any of your save information visible. Because I fucking forget which like save files I was in with extreme regularity. So I'm excited to put that in. Let's see. I think I'm lagging a bit, unfortunately. Okay. What are we doing here? Oh, you know what I missed? There. And there. Okay. Right. Oh, these tiles look so much fucking better. It's unbelievable. It is unreal. Okay. I'm really, like, I'm just excited to have maps that look better than they did in the first game, for being real. Let's see. Will there be a ring like Camden's Flux that is there after release but disappears from the game sometime between the release window and when I get back to the game? I genuinely have no fucking idea what happened to Camden's Flux. I saw you guys were talking about that. I read it the other day and I was like, it's not in the game? What do you mean? So I would probably look into that if I was still patching Dark Deity 1, but it's just like, we're out on so many platforms and like, we're shipping the physical edition of the game, and it's like, anytime I change something, it fucking breaks itself, so, yeah. You should actually still be able to get it. You should be able to get it on random items mode, theoretically. Now, you know, will you get it? Who knows? But you should be able to, at least. Some of these maps are atrocious, man. What was I thinking? What was I cooking? What was I cooking? Nice. Aiden, enjoy your weekend, bud. I hope it is very nice. Oh. Right, that makes sense if you called it early. What, let's see. Sounds to me like you have time to write. Oh, that's nice. I'm fucking with you. I am fucking with you. You got like a lot more done this week than you had any right to get done. There will be no complaints from me. We had a, you know, man. Aiden, we have some extremely, like, ridiculously big news to share. And I just don't think it's quite time yet. But I should probably, like, think about when we're going to announce that. You know what I mean? Just be careful not to mention that is sort of what I mean to say. Sorry, guys. Pulse Shock, welcome to the stream. I am closing it up pretty soon here. I usually stream from 4 to 5 on Tuesdays and Fridays. Although I've been thinking about moving it back because I do feel like we have a lot of people that join in specifically right when I'm ending. So that remains to be seen. Let's see. Here we go. But welcome anyway. Stream today we talked about the ring system, which is essentially the replacement for the eternal aspects. Totally understandable. I know, I realize I do this stream at what's honestly a pretty inconvenient time for a lot of people, so I am thinking about moving it, but we'll see. I'll be on Tuesday for sure with more news. We'll see. I have to temper myself because we have a lot of stuff to share that I really shouldn't yet. Yeah, it's let's see, it's Friday. I think probably around Wednesday, Aiden and Will, if you guys are still here, any of my testers that are in the chat. Thank you for the follow, Pulse. Yeah, you missed it. I gave up a shit ton of information today. I'm gonna put the VOD on YouTube later, so that all of my leaked information can be seen by all. Yeah, but we have some. Yeah, we have a lot. Oh God, I need to figure out how I'm gonna pace out our big announcements. So. I totally forgot. Oh, what about testers? That's what I was saying. Well, I think on Wednesday, that's going to be my goal to have both a new build that has accessible campaign and Twisted Destiny. So we should have back like 10 of the Twisted Destiny levels that we're in, and then if I'm being realistic, I'm not going to get any more chapters into the campaign, so that will be the same. But I think Wednesday I'll try and have a new build with playable-ish. So it is 5. I'm gonna dip out. Maybe we'll try a Dark Deity After Dark one of these days. After when we drop a genuinely really big announcement. Yeah, thank you guys for dropping by. Great questions today. Chip, before we go, do you want to talk about the cool writing milestone we reached? You talking about 50%? Because you're right, we didn't talk about it. And you know why we didn't talk about it? Because it wasn't 50% until we juggled some chapters around, if I remember correctly. But you're right. Everyone that's still here, sorry to say goodbye and then everyone leaves, but we are now 50% of the way through the script for Dark Deity 2 in terms of like actual writing. It's done. So we're halfway there. Pretty fucking cool. Yeah. With that, I'm gonna dip out. I appreciate you all, and have a lovely